A shocking or maybe not so shocking incident now, depending on where you stand, where a lone Jewish man at Speaker's Corner gets threatened with a beating as a Muslim, or at very least a pro-Palestinian yob, tells others that they should beat the fuck out of him while police stand by and look on. Joseph Cohen, who records many videos of himself at Speaker's Corner interacting with Muslims, because there's more Muslims there now spreading hate than anything else these days, was filmed at an incident in Hyde Park. Now, I've seen this man many times on YouTube and he has balls of steel. He will stand up to anyone who threatens him, but he's a very articulate man in that he will always try to converse with people, even those who hate him. This particular incident, however, saw him being threatened by a mob of Muslim / pro-Palestinian yobs who, instead of ignoring him, if they don't like what he has to say, decide to make threats against him whilst at least 2 Metropolitan Police constables stand idly by doing nothing. Now, it could be said that the police didn't hear the threat, but even after Joseph made them aware of it, they seemed to do nothing. I mean, have they been told not to get involved? Were they too scared that the situation could escalate and decided not to get involved for fear of getting slapped up themselves? Who knows? But it's not the behaviour that we want from the police when someone has just threatened us, causing alarm or distress. In fact, the offence didn't stop with the threat of assault. One man committed a hate crime by calling him a fucking Jew and a terrorist before shouting, "Fuck you, Israel." Video at the end of this report, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Joseph Cohen actually works with the Israel Advocacy movement and is very well known on social media and likely by the police too, as he spends a lot of his time at Speaker's Corner. But even when the threat of violence was made and a few hurty words flew, police stood by and did nothing before Joseph turns to the camera and says, "Jews, pay attention, leave the UK while you can." To be honest, I'm surprised that the police didn't storm in and arrest Joseph, however, when he turned around to the mob and said, go ahead and attack me. I mean, that's inciting a breach of the peace, one of the police's most favoured and used pieces of legislation. Now, I will let you watch the video now so you can see for yourself what happened.
Free, free Palestine!
You're blocking my camera.
Free,
Move.
Free Palestine!
Move.
Free, free Palestine! Free... Was denn?
What are you doing?
Angst von dir, du Hurensohn. Ich hab Angst von dir, du Hurensohn. Ey, komm, Germany, du Hurensohn. Was tust du, Hurensohn? Du Dreckskind. Scheiß Juden bist du. Scheiß Juden. I fuck you, Israel. I fuck you, Israel, terrorist.
And this is why we need a country.
Palestine. Free, free Palestine.
Should what? What? Should do what? What should you all do to the one Jew here? What should you all do? Tell me.
Yeah, we should all beat the fuck out of
you. You should all beat the fuck out of me. Go for it, all of you. Come on, all of you, beat the fuck out of me. All of you, come on.
We're in the UK.
Just so you know, this guy saying they should all beat me up. The police are stood here doing nothing when they're literally inciting violence. Jews, pay attention. Leave the UK while you can. Leave this country while you can.
Some shocking behaviour from the, shall we say, opposing side. Clearly trying to incite a reaction, knowing full well that they will not be held accountable for it. Whatever your beliefs, this man stood up to a mob of people who grouped around him, verbally abused him and then threatened him with violence, and for that I have to say well done. I would say the same if a Muslim stood there in the face of a group of Jewish people saying the same and acted in the same manner as Joseph. It's a disgusting display of aggression and threats of violence that Speaker's Corner was never intended to be used for. But then, as most of our cultural and historic practices go out the window, I'm sure not that surprised that the one last free bastion of free speech has turned into a place where gangs go to incite violence. And before people start saying they were just expressing themselves, I don't care if people are expressing their opinions, views and beliefs, but inciting violence is not an opinion, view or belief. It is an act of aggression that should never come into debates. But there we go. This is what this country is now turning it into. If you found this report informative, please give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next.